Hello and welcome back to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life here in South Wales, UK. So I've limited my palette today, so let's see if we can come up with an idea and use the colours I've got. So without further ado, let's have a look at the palette.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush.
As you can see, I've got just a few blues. I've got an ultramarine blue and a processed blue. I'll explain the difference between those in a second. I got a mid yellow, some burnt umber black, and white, and I mix myself a bit of really thick paint. So yeah, all I've done is added a little bit of marble dust to that, or you can use chalk, or you can use anything you want, because I want snow. I thought I was going to do something today with a little bit of snow, and the only thing I can think of that's got snow is mountains. So yeah, I'm just making sure that is working okay. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, had a bit of wind. It must have been that sausage I ate earlier on. I had a lovely sausage sandwich for breakfast, and it's repeated on me a bit, so I do apologise. That was a bit uncalled for, but there we are. These things happen. Okay, so I got a brush. Where's my nice brush? There's my nice brush. I like rummaging around in my brush tray to see what we can come up with. So before we start, I need to draw a line. Let me get this off there. Let's come down here, just a nice straight edge, roughly there. I still haven't sharpened my pencil, so it's just a bit of a white line, but I can see it. As long as I can see it, that's fine. So that's only a rough idea, that is, by the way. As normal, we'll get a bit of white. And I'm going to get some processed blue. Now, processed blue is a bought blue. You can't mix blue, by the way. Blue is one of those colours you can't really mix. So this processed blue is it's got a bit of a green bias to it. I find it's a little bit like cerulean blue. Cerulean blue is very greenly biased, whereas I've just realised I've got my wrong glasses on, but it doesn't matter. An ultramarine blue has got a little bit more red to it. It's a bit more of a red biased blue, which we're going to put in just to warm the sky up. So using two different types of blue. I want this to look quite pale today. I don't want it too strong. I don't want the sky to be too strong. I want it to quite a pale looking sky. I'm going to have to change my glasses, I think. I wear bifocals, and I've got my painting glasses tend to be a fixed distance glasses, so my glasses are fixed to a certain distance, whereas my glasses I've got on at the moment, they trifocals actually. There's 3 different lenses there in the glass, so it makes it a little bit more complicated to try, and I got to keep doing this. So that's okay, we can live with it. Why not? Go with the flow, as they say. I'm not too worried about down here. Let's just get a bit of, mix these two blues together. There we are. Let's get that wispy bluey type of colour. I'm hoping this will be a fairly quickly done painting today. Quickly. I love quick paintings. You don't give yourself time to think. That's especially when you're practicing. I think don't think too much. You need to paint quickly, and if you paint quickly, sometimes you will learn more. I know it sounds strange for me to say that, but it's true. In my experience, I've found that by painting quicker, I tend to be a little bit more attentive then, rather than fussy, if that makes any sense. Because when you paint slow, you tend to be a little bit too precise, too fussy. And you don't want to be fussy. Not in my world, anyway. So let's get a bit of burnt umber now, and a bit of ultramarine blue. There we go. Ultramarine blue and burnt umber. There we go. Ultramarine blue, burnt umber, bit of white. Got that grey colour, and I add a bit of yellow to that. And I'm just going to plop that in there like this. You see quickly loose and free. There we go. Get another brush. Now I'm going to get some Prussian blue. It's not Prussian blue, sorry, it's ultramarine blue, and I was going to add black to it. I was going to make like a Prussian blue. There we go. See? Lovely colour. Just want a dark blue. A bit more white. Just playing with the colours. Just getting in the colour I'm looking for. And I'm just going to put in some sort of a big old mountain shape, just like this. This is all about the mountain today. That's the plan anyway. I'm just getting a block in. This is a big almighty mountain range. Been there since the dawn of time. There you go. Let's get a little bit more blue. Just like that. I want to darken that up a little bit. I want to get some shadows. In there as well. Just like that. Back in this lighter blue. There's a mass of colour. Let's get some white and blue, ultramarine blue, a little bit of black, just a touch. Just want to keep that colour going. Let's take your time, have fun, enjoy. Let's get a few different colours of blue in this mountain. Just like that. There's a little baby mountain there. Let's get a bit of white. Put a bit of highlight in now. Not too bright. I don't want to go too bright yet. There we go. Maybe just a little bit on this back side there. Like that. And now, I'm going to dry that with a hairdryer. Okay, now we can use some mixing white. I don't know if I've actually got any. I just need a quick look in my drawer to see if I've got any mixing white. I did have a tube of it somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure where I put it. So in that case, I think I'm going to have to just use just ordinary white paint. Let me just wash my brush, because I forgot to wash my brush for some unknown reason. Okay, so we get some titanium white. Now be very careful when you're using titanium white. Titanium white is very, very opaque, and we wanted a transparent white, to really be honest with you. But I want to put a bit of this across the mountain. And what this is going to do is going to put a very, very thin coat of white paint, titanium white, over that mountain. And it's going to cause it to look very distant. And you can see that that's a little bit too much. And let me just get a little bit of that off. If I'm very quick, I can be able to just lift a little bit of that off with my brush. There we go. Oops, that was a bit wet up there. Oh no. There we are. That's okay. That's the type of effect I'm looking for anyway. I wanted to look distance. I want a little bit more mist. So a little bit more titanium white down the bottom of the mountain, just to make that look a little bit more misty down there. Just like that. See, now it looks very, very distant. I mean, just dry that very quickly with a hairdryer. So what we managed to do now is actually dull that back a bit. So I need to get a bit of green now. So let me use some ultramarine blue and some yellow. Nice ultramarine blue and yellow. There we go. A little bit of green mixed up there. And we need to put a bit of that. Just flick it across like this. Get a bit of this blue in there. Was that burnt umber we wanted, wasn't it? Let's get that dirty. Let's make that a little bit dirtier. Let's make that a little bit dirtier. There we are, like that. Just have fun. Just enjoy yourself. Just let it roll. You can put a few distant tree-shaped things. Maybe trees or whatever they are in the background like this. Let's get a bit of more yellow. Bit of white. A few different shapes. A few different tones of colour. There we go. Let's get some more of these trees and things. Just like this. Patterns, just shapes, doesn't really matter. There we go. Let's bring some more green. I'm going to get some burnt umber, some yellow. Boom, 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 boom. Just bring that up there like that. Put a bit of this colour in. Get some of this ultramarine blue in there. I'm just making it look all, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Making it look multicoloured is the word. I don't want any one particular colour. I'm not really worrying about what grass should look like or anything like that. I'm just getting a little bit of a block in at the moment. Just a little bit of a block there in the moment, just to cover the canvas. There we are. Maybe it's been raining. Maybe there's little pockets of water and everything hanging about. I don't know. I'm just getting a few like the spots of green in there like this. It's quite warm in the studio today, so my paint is drying very quickly, more quickly than I wanted it to, but it doesn't matter. We will roll with this. Let's get a bit of burnt umber down this way, like this. Because grass isn't always green, there's mud and everything everywhere. These fields are full of mud and all these other different colours, and a bit more blue then in there. Just going to mix in with that yellow. There we go. Get some of this light yellow in there now. There we are. So we got to block out the colour now. A couple of darker spots and things like that. So yeah, it's looking quite nice now. It's looking quite nice. I'm going to put some snow on the mountain now, I think. Let me just wash these brushes quickly. As I'm doing that, the bottom of the painting, the bit we just did now is starting to dry off. So we want to make sure that's dry. And I'm hoping if I've mixed this paint well enough, I should be able to get a bit of snow on this mountain. So let's just see if we can get a little bit of snow. Drag down. Just like that. Obviously it's been snowing at the back there. A bit of snow just on that bit of that mountain. Let's just put a little bit over there. Maybe just a touch. Maybe just a touch there. That looks nice. I like that. I like that. I like creating painting from nothing, really. I find it very relaxing to come in the studio and paint away my stress. Because I suffer really badly with anxieties and stuff. Anxiety. Yes, I quite like that. It's subtle enough, I think. That's quite subtle enough. Quite subtle enough. I'm very happy with that so far. So I'm going to dry that with a hairdryer once again. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so what I want to do now is maybe put some... Let me just clean my palette knife off. Maybe. Let's just mix a bit of this white and whatever blue this is, just to get a dark colour. I'm just checking one of my cameras. I had a bit of a problem with one of my cameras, so I want to put a... cloud just wisping away across that. Maybe drifting away across there. As they do. Maybe it's a little one just up there like that. There you go. Getting some white now. Let's put some highlights on these clouds. I got a little brush. Just want to blend that in. A little bit of moisture on that because my paint is drying very fast actually. And a little bit of shadow that we put in is helping this stand out a little bit. And as I said, I don't want these to look too bright. They're quite distant clouds. Quite distant clouds. You can't paint white on top of white, so that's where the undercoat come in. There we go. And again back into the blending brush just to blend that in. There we are. So we got some clouds drifting across there. It's looking quite nice. The distant trees. I'm really impressed with that. I'm happy. What I want to do now is get this brush and I want to get this green. Let's get some more yellow. Let's get some Mars black and yellow. And a bit of white. It makes it like an olivey type of colour because I want to put a bit of a rise there. Maybe even a bit of darker green. Let's get some yellow, some blue together. There we are. Make a bit of slightly darker green, a bit of burnt umber to that, just to darken it up a touch. Let's get some yellow back in there now. Let's just brighten this up. There we go. I'm just playing with this colour. I want quite a dark colour, I think. I want quite a dark colour to set off against this. Yeah, I like dark. I like the dark green there. Virtually black, really. I quite like that. Actually, it's just giving me an idea. Get a bit of that light colour in as well. let's get I'm just going to develop a little bit of texture. So what do we say? A bit of black, a bit of yellow. Bit of black, a bit of yellow. Just gets this texture coming in now. Like that. Maybe. Maybe a few spots there. Bit of green. Bit of green there. Bit of a bush there, see? Bit of a bush. Maybe there's a few little whatnots and doers there. There we go. Let's get just a little bit of green here and there. Get a bit more yellow then, a bit more yellow. Bit of light coming in now. Bit of light coming in. It's like meadow grass. Just like meadow grass. Just a mixture of colours. Don't know where the grass begins and the grass ends. It's just a few tones there, like that. There we go. A bit of a. There we go. Let's just darken that up a bit. That tree's growing. You watch these trees, mind, they do grow. Sometimes you can do these trees and they'll grow on you. They will grow on you. Bit of burnt umber, bit of black, bit of white, bit of burnt umber. Let's put a couple of rocks in. Just like that. Bed them in with a bit of grass. Let's get loads of water. Let's just get a little bit of white to that. Let's just brighten that up a touch. There we go. Oops. Maybe that's a bit too bright. I will find. I'll just touch that like that. There we are. Just a few. Must be bits of grass. Don't want to overdo it. There's a few. Maybe they're just catching the light a little bit there. There we go. Who knows? Who knows? Very green today. Very green and lush, and a bit of brightness there and a bit of darkness over there. Then we could get a. Let's get a little bit of black in this tree. Let's put just a few little branches, maybe just sticking out of there like that. There we go. Tap that in with the finger. There we go. Full cool, that is nice. I like this. A smaller little stones and things, just like that. Little pebbles like that. There we are. And maybe there's a little bird, because we've got to put our birds in, flying in the sky like that. There we are. Quick, easy mountainscape today. I hope you've enjoyed that, because I certainly enjoyed creating that one today. It's quite nice actually. I could do a little bit more work in the foreground, but I mean, YouTube videos are YouTube videos, that's all they are. It's just painting to relax away the stress of everyday life. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.